What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Good Garage. Today I'm just going to put out a short little video. I picked up something new the other day, got a good price on it, and I kind of needed a better one anyway, and you'll see why here in a minute. So I picked up a new welding helmet. It's nothing fancy. It is from Harbor Freight, so they're not expensive anyway, and as long as they protect your eyes, it's going to do the job. Now, I should say that I'm not a welder. I have an old wire feed that I've had for years and years and years, and it works just, okay. I've welded some small pieces of metal together here and there, some trailer fenders, just some stuff that doesn't really matter or too important. But I did need a new welding helmet. So I picked this one up. Let's open it up, check it out. See what this thing looks like. Now it's interesting, I was reading on here, it does have the auto darkening lens, which is nice. Solar powered with battery assistance, which is good because I'd be in the garage. Solar power doesn't help me. Automatic power on off with adjustable delay time, and a few other things. But I was looking at it the other day and I noticed somewhere, where does it say it? It includes 2 batteries, but they're non-replaceable. So I guess once the batteries go dead, then you're out of luck, I guess. So we'll see how that goes. And since I don't weld very often, it's very likely the batteries will die. So there could be a future video of me tearing apart a welding helmet. Looks like it's got an extra lens and the instruction manual, which we'll leave in there for now. All right, so here it is, Chicago Electric Welding. It's got some fancy stickers on it, which means it should work pretty well, right? It is adjustable and does have a little sweatband, and then it looks like there's some settings inside there. Sensitivity and delay. I'm pretty sure you want the delay down really low. You want it to come on pretty fast. If you don't wear the proper equipment, you can severely damage your eyes. So that's not something that you want to mess around with. And I know I'm using a cheapo helmet, but the amount that I weld, I just can't justify, an expensive welding helmet. And I'm not trained at all, so it's just learning and doing and seeing what works and what doesn't. Okay, let's check out the instruction manual. See what this thing says. Skip through the safety section. No, just kidding. You should probably read the safety instructions. We're going to skip those for today. So this does say it's ready to use. So there's some protective film you remove, and then it's ready to go. But just quickly, I want to review some of the features so that if you guys are deciding to get one of these, then you know what you're getting into. So here's your tension, and what that does is it's more tension, less tension for flipping the helmet up. You don't want it to fall down when you don't want to, and you also want it to stay in place. So that's your adjustment knobs on either side. I'm gonna loosen those up for now. Outside is the shade number and grinding selection. So the grind is cool because you can use it as a grinding helmet as well, and you'll be able to see through it without the auto darkening, because you want to be able to see when you're grinding, and so it's kind of dual purpose. And then you can select different shade numbers. It says 9 to 13. And then it comes with a chart depending on what you're doing. So it kind of gives you some default settings to start with. That way you can kind of be in the range you want for the type of welder that you're, or type of welding that you're doing. Then I showed briefly, but there is a sensitivity and delay on the inside. But I was reading through this also, you know, I mentioned the battery issue on the outside. So it says the welding helmet utilizes high performance solar cells as the power supply and has built-in 3-volt battery backup. No change of battery is needed. Under normal welding conditions, users can expect a battery lifetime of more than 6 years. So I guess that's something. At least it'll last, you know, 5-6 years with those batteries in it. But I don't know why they wouldn't make those replaceable. That would be nice. Looks like you can get a magnifying lens sold separately if you want. And there's a list of common problems and remedies. So, you know, I'm not always a big instruction reader, but since I don't weld a whole lot and I don't want to damage my eyes, I did want to take a look at this stuff to make sure I'm not doing anything completely wrong. I do lots of things wrong, but I don't want to get injured over it, so that's pretty important. I do have a project coming up. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I posted a video about a little scooter I picked up, and someone decided to convert an electric scooter, and they put to gas powered, and so they mounted the gas motor in the back with a piece of wood. So someday I'll get that running, and we'll probably build some mounts for that so the motor sits properly with a proper tensioner. So that's the plan. And I was at Harbor Freight a couple weeks ago, and I thought, man, that's a pretty good deal. I'm gonna have to grab one since I know I'm gonna need it. Now, earlier I said you're gonna see why I needed a new one. Well, when you buy the cheapest wire feed welder you can find at Harbor Freight, they give you a welding helmet. And this is it. It's really just a face shield. And so that does not help a whole lot. I mean, it'll protect your eyes, but you know, now you have one hand trying to hold this in place and weld with the other. It just makes it difficult. And it'd be too easy to drop this or move it or something. So I wanted something that I could actually wear, be hands-free, and be able to actually maybe pretend like I know how to weld. All right, thanks for watching The Good Garage, and we'll see you next time.